Most people chase muscle, but muscle alone doesn't create an aesthetic physique. People train for years and still look average, while others build a physique that stands out. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it properly. This is my aesthetic physique blueprint. Before training, before diet, before supplements, there's your frame. Your frame is the structure that everything sits on. When people talk about genetics, this is usually what they mean. Things like shoulder width, waist size, height and bone structure can be influenced by your frame before you even try and build a single pound of muscle. For example, two people can have the exact same amount of muscle, but one appears wider at the shoulders, slimmer at the waist, and therefore is more aesthetic. This doesn't mean everything is decided by your genetics, but it does mean that understanding your frame matters. If your shoulders are naturally narrower, you may want to focus on your delts. If your waist is naturally wider, staying lean may be more important. The goal isn't to build someone else's physique, it's building the best version of your own. This is the part where most people make mistakes. Most people train each muscle equally, but some contribute to aesthetics whereas others don't. For example, side delts increase shoulder width, but muscles like the traps create an illusion of narrow shoulders. This is a good example of how some muscles contribute to aesthetics whereas others don't. A list of muscles you should focus on the most is delts, lats, chest, abs, forearms, neck, arms, and glutes. Obviously still try to train all the other muscles too, but just try to focus on these a little bit extra. This way you should be able to build a strong V-taper and appear aesthetic. A good physique isn't built from perfect exercise selection, it's built from progressive improvements. So instead of worrying about every specific exercise and what works best, worry about things like progressive overload, controlling the weight, and the correct rep ranges. Progressive overload really just means doing more over time. So this could be adding more weight, adding more reps, adding more sets, or moving the weight more slowly. Controlling the weight literally just means moving the weight with proper form rather than doing the exercise with improper form just for the sake of moving more weight. So you may have to decrease the amount that you're lifting so that form can be prioritized. And the correct rep ranges just means doing the right amount of reps depending on the exercise. So for compound movements like squat and bench, aim for lower reps, maybe around 6 to 12, as long as you can control the weight. For smaller exercises, try slightly more reps, maybe around 8 to 15. By doing these three things, progression should be pretty fast and noticeable. But remember, lifting heavy and getting stronger doesn't mean ego lifting. Technique, control, and good form are almost always more important than lifting heavier. You should leave sessions feeling challenged, not destroyed. Tracking your lifts is also important. Your memory can't always be trusted, so track your lifts on paper, on an app, or on notes on your phone. Chances are, if your lifts haven't improved in a while, then your physique probably hasn't either. Bulking is important for building muscle, and cutting is good for revealing it. Both have a place, but many get stuck. They try to gain muscle while staying at the same body weight. You may recognize this as main gaining. Some people also try cutting before building enough muscle. The result? Years of consistent hard work for little to no change. First build by bulking, then reveal by cutting. Don't fall for the trap of main gaining. It's inefficient and it will only stall your progress. And remember, 10 pounds of muscle looks completely different at different percentages of body fat. If you don't measure, you don't know whether you're improving or not. And if you are improving, you don't know what's helping you improve and what's not. Most people judge progress through emotion. One day you feel big, one day you feel small. Instead, use data. Track body weight, strength, photos, measurements. Take progress pictures, use consistent lighting. Track trends instead of daily changes. Because mirrors change, lighting changes, feelings change. Data doesn't. Change usually happens slowly. You don't notice until months later. Aesthetic physiques aren't built by accident. They're built through decisions. Understanding your frame, prioritizing the muscles that change your shape, training consistently and progressively, that's the blueprint. Not perfection, not shortcuts, just consistent effort applied in the right places, and over time the physique that you want will become a lot more achievable.